Hello, a pleasant day everyone. I am Alexis Garcia, and let me begin this review by asking you a few questions first. Have you ever caught yourself thinking about something or someone that was never really yours to begin with? And love. Have you ever been in love? Some of you will say yes, some of you maybe not yet, but whether we admit it or not, we've all felt that quiet pull. So, let me take you somewhere, to a place where remembering, longing, and love come together. I will introduce you to a story that captures exactly that kind of feeling. And that story is C, written by Bob Ong. So Bob Ong is the pseudonym of a famous anonymous contemporary Filipino author known for using conversational literary work to create humorous, reflective depiction of everyday Philippine life. So, as of today, his true identity remains a closely guarded secret. C was published in the year 2015 and is a contemporary romance and a biographical fiction novel. So, before I tell you the story, I want to give some context first. So, the novel is written in reverse chronological order, meaning the ending appears first and the beginning is revealed at the last. So, for clarity, I will retell it in its chronological order. So the story goes like this. The story centers on an old man known only by his surname Trinidad, and on his 72nd birthday, he drifts to the memories of his life. And when his wife, Victoria, asks him what he wants to remember, he simply answers everything. And so, memories begins to unfold. So it starts with a young Trinidad meeting with his first love, Victoria, in a church. So just like any other love stories, their connection slowly deepens through exchange of letters, pamphlets, and small moments that are very meaningful to them. So even in their youth, something unexplainable binds them. It was as if their lives were already written and always meant to meet. So as they grow older, their love is tested by distance and time. So Victoria lives for Manila to work while Trinidad remains in the province. So the relationship survives through letters, hope, and waiting until 2 years of silence leads Trinidad to believe that he has been forgotten. And in that emptiness, Anita briefly enters his life. So Anita is a lover of Trinidad. And Anita was an attempt of Trinidad to move on from a love that he thinks is lost. But destiny proves more complex. As the story suggests, it was never simple. So years later, Victoria returns and she is already tied to Ruben, a wealthy man in town. Yet, despite time and circumstance, what she and Trinidad once shared remains. So they find their way back to each other and choose to love again. So they begin anew in a quiet province, and through the help of his friend Mario Lim, they are given an unexpected wedding, unprepared wedding. So from there, they build a simple life and they run small eateries, building a home and raise their first child, Juliana. So, but life grows difficult. Tragedy follows them. So their second child, Lourdes, who has asthma, dies shortly after birth, and their son, Lorenzo, faces his own struggles, while their youngest, Veronica, becomes pregnant at a very young age. And it adds another layer of difficulty to their already fragile journey. So, alongside those personal trials, Trinidad also lives through history itself. So, he witnessed events like People Power 1, the 1990 Baguio earthquake, and the Japanese occupation, in which his father was killed and his mother endured abuse. Everything circles back to where the story truly begins. And what stands out is the irony of Trinidad's existence. So, a life filled with love, family, and memory, yet it is rooted in pain and contradiction. So the final chapter of the novel reveals his true beginning, Inside his mother's womb, there, uncertainty defines Trinidad. So his mother is torn between two choices, whether to keep or end the pregnancy. The mother is torn whether if she is going to keep Trinidad or if she will abort Trinidad, knowing that Trinidad is a result of forbidden union between two people. So he is a product of sin. And in the last chapter, the narrator pleaded for his life because he was afraid that the one destined for him will be lonely because he will never exist. So that is the summary of the book or the novel. So in the story, we are introduced to several key characters who play crucial role and embody the themes of the novel. So this includes his children, Juliano, Lourdes, Lorenzo, and Veronica, and his close friend Mario Lim. There is also Anita, his former lover, and finally there is Victoria, his wife and his first love, who stands at the very center of his life and memory. Unlike Bob Ong's heavy satirical works, C does not feature a villain or a man versus man conflict. Instead, its central conflict is deeply existential and internal. It is about human vulnerability versus the uncontrollable realities of life, the uncontrollable realities of time, and inevitable loss. And C mainly talks about different kinds of love that the narrator has experienced, seen, and felt. So for instance, he fell in love at first sight with a child and eventually become his wife, Victoria. Meanwhile, Juliano, their oldest child, has an undying love for his fellow countrymen. And then the narrative also highlights unconditional type of love. So unconditional type of love and parental love. So it is very evident in the situation of Lourdes, the situation of Veronica, which became pregnant early, but soon she was accepted again by Victoria and Trinidad. So the theme of the book revolved around love and life, love for family, love for others, and love for life. So the story also uses significant symbols to express the motives of its theme. So one of the clearest symbol is the bird, representing love and freedom. Another is the sky, which also serves as symbol, reflecting how love in the story is not limited by time or place, but it can also feel distant and uncertain, and it sometimes exists only in our memories, just like what Trinidad experienced. The story also uses figure of speech to deepen its emotion and symbolism, including personification, astrophy, and euphemism. So phrases like pagluha ng niebe, which gives nature a human emotion, kwentuhan sa buwan, which suggests intimate reflection and loneliness, and then we also have here the word natutulog, which gently replaces death to soften Lourdes' passing. And then another crazy part of this book is that sometimes you know what is happening, but you really don't. And this also uses foreshadowing, subtly hinting future events without directly revealing them. So what's odd about this book is that the way it was written. So the book starts from the last events and it goes on until the clearest memory of him as an infant. It's like how we meet new people. So C is not just a book for me, but like a new person that I meet. It's like a stranger who tells us the latest events of our lives and then the most vivid memories of us as a child. So in the last chapter, the mother of Trinidad was having second thoughts whether to abort her child. And in this passage, the snowfall could symbolize imagination because snowfalls are impossible to happen in the Philippines. So this could mean that the narrator's mother chose to abort him and that all was written was just pure imagination. So this only strengthens the depiction of love in the novel, that the kind of love that even the unborn can feel, the type of love that does not think about itself, the type of love that could create big difference between the lives of many people. And maybe This is just my guess, but maybe that is the reason why it is titled C. Because Trinidad was not given opportunity to have a name because he was aborted in the first place. So that is why it is titled C. So yeah, the story teaches us that love isn't always perfect. It reminds us that life is full of things that we may lose, things that we can't control, and people may leave and situations may change. Also, C remains relevant because it reflects how people today continue to navigate love in all its complexity. It is uncertain, it is imperfect. So, for me, C is a page turner for all people who already know and still do not know what love is, how love works, and why love is essential. So, even though the ending of the book, which is apparently the start of everything, could create a lot of more interpretation, the book was written as a whole well. So the intention of Bob Ong to show the different angles of love in the existing society was clear, and the ending was best left open, just like how it was. So the book seems to leave as a lesson, and just as the story suggests, perhaps that is the very essence of what we call love. If love cannot be fully understood, then maybe its true purpose is not to be explained, but to be experienced, remembered, and felt in its most honest form. And may we all experience it in our own way. So, that is C by Bob Ong, and I hope you have learned something from it today. That is C, written by Bob Ong. Have a great day, everyone.